Tony, I'm going to start with you. Team you're most excited about so far at this stage in early August?
Yeah, I immediately jumped to, only because of what happened last season with Coventry, because of the amount of goals they scored, the way they played, and Lampard. And just being, Franks took on a job. Well, it's a great club, Coventry.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a terrific football club that have a massive feeling, a real great vibe. Probably a bit similar to Ipswich when they came up.
And do you think they could have Sunderland vibes about them this season?
Well, if you were to ask that question the day before the season started and you knew every bit of business the club had done, it's a far easier answer.
Of course, Tony.
But I'm looking about being excited because I want to see what Lampard does with the Coventry team and how they play. Because he's gone from a team that took it to everybody when they got on such a great run and got them promoted and got them promoted comfortably.
And that attitude in the Championship last season, as myself and Gregor said on our EFL show, regularly, consistently all the way through. Gosh, Coventry. No one saw it coming in that manner. No. They thought they might be up there in the playoff contention, but the way they took it to the league, he is a fascinating storyline, isn't he, Tom, Frank Lampard, this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's the way Coventry played last season, isn't it? I mean, they're not going to come up and try and scrap their way through, I don't think. You're hoping to see a team who are going to try and carry on from where they left off, which is try and score their way out. Yeah. And I mean, Lampard is a really nice revival story, isn't it? And I don't want to frame this in the wrong way, but I sort of feel like if Coventry stay up with a degree of conviction, I think he'll be back in the frame for a decent big-ish job in the Premier League. I think
job in the future.
Oh, you never know. You never know. I mean, if we're thinking post Tuchel and England wants someone who's kind of come through the system,
who's English,
then why not? But I think more for him, it's a matter of this has been such a great story for him, for the club, for the team, and if they can secure their survival again, and I think they can, then I think it kind of just rubber stamps what we sort of all thought, which is that maybe the Lampard thing it wasn't because of him and he's a bad manager or a bad coach. It's just those jobs that he took weren't really the right fit in the right time for him.
Yeah, as you say, it would be really nice to see that kind of full revival completed, wasn't there? Because there's now a part of his narrative where he's like, he can do it in the Championship. He can do it in the Championship. He's good in the Championship. Can't quite do it in the Premier League. So it'd be fascinating to see. Alyson, though, Coventry, a little worry for you.
I'm worried mainly because I really want them to do well.
Right.
And I do see Frank Lampard as a potential contender to be the England manager. He was a great English player. He's the way you become a great manager is to go through troubled times. It shouldn't be, seamless progression to greatness. He's had tough times and they're quite badly treated by Chelsea in some respects, I think, because he stepped in when they really needed him. And I remember being at a lot of press conferences with Frank Lampard when he was at Chelsea and being really impressed with how he handled various issues there. So I want him to do well. But the problem is you're a newly promoted club and they want to be like Brentford. They don't want to do what Sunderland did and spend lots of dosh, lots and lots of new players. There's no churn there at Coventry, which is possibly commendable to stick with what you've got. But Brentford they're not a model you can just copy just like that.
No.
They had a lot of practice, Brentford, in the Championship at building their model, getting it to where they wanted it to be. Some people call it Moneyball, just for shorthand. But we all know how they scout well, use AI, use algorithms as well as traditional scouting methods. And when they sell players, they sell them at massive profits. Coventry, I think, want to do that, not the Sunderland approach. But you kind of think, the Sunderland approach was very successful. You can't just become Brentford because you fancy becoming Brentford. I do worry that I think they've got a tough start to the season.
Arsenal on the opening day, yeah,
and then Man United, or is it Man City?
I'll check.
It's Man City and Man United quite soon after. I mean, what you don't want is to start with two heavy defeats like that, and then for everyone to start saying those things we've just been talking about. Oh, Frank Lampard, great Championship manager. If that's his level with Derby and Coventry, he's not got to get it at the top end. So I'm worried that the goodwill around the club, and they're a great club, and it's been 25 years in the waiting, and I want them to succeed. I just worry, have they actually cracked the model that would allow them to succeed?
They could do with a bit of Premier League experience, I think. I'd like to see them in the next kind of month just add 2 or 3 sort of old wise heads,
They've been linked with Tomori. I think.
Tomori fine, or Christian Norgard, or Ben Davis.
They could have taken Jordan Henderson, but Chelsea have nicked that idea.
They've nicked all of them. So. But I just like to see them add 2 or 3 sort of people who know what the Premier League is about, some older heads in the dressing room. Because I think Onyeka, Sims maybe, played in the Premier League before, but not many. Not many. And I think you do need that.
They've made 3 big signings so far, and as we say, good couple of weeks yet. We could see more signings before the start of the season. Alyson, as you say, they've got Arsenal and Manchester City away in their first 3 games and a big home game against Hull City.